Hi, everybody. Tamara Childs here. I wanted to do a second video. I hadn't had a chance in the last couple of days to talk a little bit about more about the energy of the eclipse that we have this week. So October 2nd, we've got a new moon eclipse at 10 degrees of Libra. And there are some reasons why this eclipse feels a little bit jittery, or it feels like there's drama that's cropping up. And all eclipses make us feel insecure because it's like this part of us, the animal nature is like, who moved my food dish? And also they're harbingers of change, like we're entering the wormhole of change and something's coming and the emotional body feels it and we're reacting to that. And also, as highly sensitive people, we're tuning into the world around us, and we are feeling that jittery energy from others. So those are basics about times of change and transformation. This eclipse, though, I did want to say a couple of things. So first of all, um, you can look at the condition of the planets, and this is not something I always do, but it is an interesting aspect to this. So this new moon eclipse in Libra, Libra is ruled by Venus. Um, we have the sun in Libra, which is not its most powerful position. And we are looking at the condition of Venus right now. Venus happens to be in Scorpio, and that is not its most comfortable position. And then we have Mars in Cancer, also not a comfortable position. So, and we also have Mercury slammed up into the sun's rays, and this is called combustion. And what it does is it kind of fries the energy or the ability of that planet when it's having this experience. And Mercury rules the mechanical um, movement of things, the ability to schedule things, um, clear thought, clear thinking, clear communication. So right now, and we're already in it, like I'm recording this Monday evening and we're going to have this happen. We're already in this energy. There's a lot of tension with this eclipse. So the Venusian energies that we are expecting, like normally Venus and Venus, Sun in Libra time is a time of graciousness and holding space and understanding that, like the sort of the reciprocity, the reciprocal nature of connecting with others. But Venus right now is not in her happiest location in Scorpio. So this eclipse is, not only do we have Mercury square Mars and Mars squaring the eclipse. So that's a lot of like reaction kind of energy, mental reactiveness, not thinking, but just acting and sort of feeling threatened and then being aggressive. That's kind of how I interpret that energy. Um, but but there's this grand water trine. So we're dealing with a time that's like, it's hard for us to be as generous, as patient, as loving as we would normally want to be, at a new moon in Libra. People are feeling impatient. They're feeling drained, dried, fried, having trouble um, with with um, harmony, having trouble with harmony. So we do, however, have this grand water trine between Saturn in Pisces, Mars in Cancer, and then Venus in Scorpio. So yes, Mars is uneasy in Cancer and grumpy and grouchy and reactive. And Venus in Scorpio is, kind of like there's high drama and intensity, and there's there's a secretive energy and not always trusting kind of thing. But when we link these up with Saturn in Pisces, I think of Saturn as like the grand elder of the situation. If Venus in Scorpio is the teenager that's sort of jealously guarding their passionate thing, and Mars in Cancer is, more like 12, 13 years old and just a moody teenager. We have this elder in the form of Saturn and Pisces right now. And this elder is sort of an Obi-Wan Kenobi, you are the Force, Luke, wield your sword wisely. And it's this give and take of energy, which is perfect for Saturn in Pisces, because Pisces, it's all about emotional boundaries. So I thought it was really interesting because this is a time of emotional tempering, and it's also a time when you're going to see people who don't have emotional tempering around us, or people who are not thinking clearly, like their brains are a little fried, or your brain is fried. And so if you know that in advance, just have some perspective. Sometimes it can help go through these moments. Maybe you have a moody moment, or where you're overcome by some emotion or a feeling state. That could very well be this, Mars in Cancer. Um, and it's a time where we want to express our emotions elegantly and with maturity, and not have a meltdown that's like reality TV happening. And, in my area where I live, there was actually a road rage incident recently where one driver, fully in the light of day in front of other drivers, just got mad at another driver and just rammed his vehicle into the other vehicle, and was taken in for murder. It's and it was called a road rage incident, and I feel like that is fairly typical for this kind of headless 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 energy that is around this eclipse, because it's also south node, and the south node is the tail of the dragon. The head is over there thinking in Rahu, and this is the tail of the dragon. This is the where we are not really sure where we're going, and we don't have a head to think through. So these are some undertones to this eclipse that I wasn't able to put in the other video and could be useful, especially if you think of it that each of us has this um, secretive, jealous, intense part of us. And each of us has this, moody, grumpy teenager. And each of us has this Obi-Wan Kenobi, let me be forgiving and have compassion, and let me have an emotional boundary. Let me put a container around my reactivity, and let me think, not think, because these are water energies, these are feeling energies. But Saturn is really here as the elder part of us, speaking to us, whispering, like, just take a moment back. Let's see the big picture. There's a great deal that's changing for a lot of us right now during this eclipse season. And how can I take the high road, feel my feelings, but not be in a reaction in a story? This is a great thing to do with this time. Also hard because Mercury's not feeling like it can think. But just understand that these sort of more fall detrimental energies of the planets right now are really affecting how this eclipse feels. So if you're having anxiety, if you're waking up or having trouble sleeping and just feeling this, like, a sense of dread or a sense of anxiety, it's normal. Like, I really, really get that. And I recommend using any kind of self-soothing techniques that you can, taking a pause before reacting, taking an Epsom salt bath, even if it's just your feet in the water with the salt, using rescue remedy. I don't have any here to show you. doing grounding meditations where you just sit and just drain the excess energy out, and especially look at the stories that are circulating as you get your ire up about something, or, as something triggers you, because this is a very triggery time. And I just wanted to add that because I didn't get that into the other video. And I think sometimes, first of all, we are seeing ourselves externalized in everyone around us. So it really is that way. And also, we have some agency over these energies that we feel inside ourselves, where we want to react or we're not taking things well. And everyone around you may be doing that too. And so just have some, like, take a step back, drive carefully, just give somebody the right of way, and give people the benefit of the doubt, because right now we have this grand water trine, which is really emotional energy that wants to flow, even though the eclipse itself has some harsh reactivity energies in it. So just know there's also this supportive, it's a triangular shape, and there is this flow of information and energy in the emotional body. So just let the different parts of yourself speak to yourself. Maybe the teenager is going to calm the 12-year-old, and maybe the elder is going to grandparent both of them and say, hey, sweeties, I made you a meal. Why don't you let's just take a load off and watch some fun TV tonight. So those are my thoughts on some of these other energies of the eclipse. And I'm with you on the journey, and I would love to know how this eclipse is working in your life. You can always reach me at support@tamrachilds.com, or wherever you see this video, if you would like a reading to find out what is coming forward for you in the next 6 months as a result of this powerful eclipse. I will talk to you soon.